Dean, you're known as one of the people in the country who's trying to design new voting systems. Take us from that point, please.
Well, really, the background on that is Los Angeles County is the largest elections jurisdiction in the country. The voting technology we use today is really similar technology to what was introduced in Los Angeles County in 1968. So given the diversity, the size, and the complexity of elections in Los Angeles County, we need to replace that system, and the reality is there's nothing on the market today that will meet the needs of Los Angeles County. So we stepped back from that 2 years ago and decided to really take a grassroots approach to go out and talk to stakeholders, talk to voters, and to kind of take a futuristic look at if we're going to replace the voting system in LA County, what should it look like, what should it have the flexibility and the adaptability to to be able to move with the times and serve us for another 30 to 40 year period.
Wonderful. So it sounds like you're in the gathering information stage instead of having a product for us to look at.
Right, we're sort of moving out of the data gathering stage. We spent about 2 years doing that, and we're now in the first phase of design. So we're working with a human-centered design firm, IDEO, in the Bay Area, to actually first design the voting experience, not the technology, but what would the voting experience look like based on the data we collected and based on what we know, and a set of principles that we adopted with the stakeholder group. So we have the first kind of concepts of what that voting model might look like, and then we'll be moving into prototyping and engineering specs, that type of thing.
So it sounds like you got the information you needed from the public. Were there 2 or 3 highlights of things that you realized needed to be part of that voter experience?
Yeah, I think the things that really quickly rose to the top, and it's been great to watch this happen in a very synergistic process, and some very common themes. One, we're recognizing that the voters today and voters in the future are going to expect options. They're going to want to decide when, where, and how to cast their ballot. 2, they're going to want to have some sort of ability to bring a pre-marked ballot with them to turn in. So if they've made their decision and they've pre-selected candidates and positions on ballot measures, that they can actually bring that in, have it interpreted, confirm their choices, and submit it. And that sort of goes along with this theme of what we're calling the vote anywhere concept, that whatever system we move to is going to have the adaptability to move beyond simply a neighborhood polling place in a vote-by-mail environment, but to a vote center environment or something where you can go anywhere within the jurisdiction to cast your specific ballot and still have the correct measures and contests on it.
And what do you need from lawmakers to be able to make this happen, both in California and then what would you expect generally across the nation?
Right. Interestingly, the biggest thing we need from lawmakers, and we have legislation pending in California right now, is the certification and testing of voting systems is really limited in the current regulatory environment. It's limited to a federal certification and training or certification and approval process that's actually voluntary, but is regulated by the Federal Election Assistance Commission, which currently is not functional because it doesn't have commissioners. So we need to be able to get beyond that link to the federal program. So we're actually entertaining a state-specific certification and approval process in California right now. Beyond that, the laws are also pretty much geared towards the commercial market, which is extremely limited right now. And we're actually looking at a voting system that will be publicly owned and publicly operated in Los Angeles County. So we need to have the flexibility within our legal framework to have a publicly owned system, which seems funny that you would have to change the law to have a publicly owned system, but that's the reality we're dealing with.
Well, thank you very much, Dean.
Thank you.